Welcome. Welcome to Students in the Know. I'm Raquel Bennett, and I want to welcome our guest, Sherifa Clarke. Sherifa is the representative for the College Council, which is an administrative body within the university that takes care of matters dealing with curriculum and programs, amongst other things as well. So again, I want to say welcome, Sherifa.
Thank you, Raquel.
You're welcome. So tell us a little bit about yourself and why you wanted to be a representative for the College Council.
So I am Sherifa Clarke, of course. I'm a more mature student, meaning I've been out of the school system for quite some time. I'll say 20 years. I am currently in the School of Business trying to get my bachelor degree in business, finance, or accounting. It is still up in the air right now.
Okay, you're going to get it. That's fine.
Right. It's still up in the air, but it's leaning towards one of those. I am an ASAP member. Shout out to Nadej. She is the best. I'm also a member of the Northeast Women in Public Finance chapter. I'm a member of NABA, National Association for Black Accountants. I am a member of the NSLS, National Society for Leadership something. I can't remember it right now, all these letters.
It's okay.
Right. And I'm also a published author. And I'm really just an advocate for you and for myself, as Dean will tell you. I have a lot of complaints, not that many, but I do have complaints, and I do try to advocate for myself and my fellow classmates, students, that is. And I think the last thing about me is something fun to know is that I am deeply, deeply obsessed with Marvel comics, deeply, like embarrassingly obsessed with Marvel comics. You have no idea. I could show you tattoos, but and pretty much I just really honestly wanted, I guess to quote something someone once said, I can't remember who, but it's like, in helping others you help yourself. And I found that I needed a lot of help when I first started Medgar, again as a late student. I needed a lot of help, and I got a lot of help. So I just feel like it's my, not duty, but it's just something I should do to pass it on. Whatever I know I can get done, I know you can get it done. And if I can give you the information, like, why not? And so that's really what I'm there for. It's like, if I know there's a way to do it, I'll tell you. Pretty much.
Well, Sherifa, how did you get on the College Council? I believe you had to be elected. Is that correct?
I did. I did have to be elected. I nominated myself. I put my name in there. This is not the first time I've tried to get on a board. I tried for the evening and weekend vice president of the Student Government Association in spring of 2020.
Okay.
I was having a whole rebellious moment because I was like, no one's here to speak up for the evening and weekend students. Like, why can't we get the bursar's office open at this time? Why can't we do this? And I spoke to Miss Amani Reese, and she was like, well, you should run. And then you got a problem, go fix it. So I did, but in all honesty, I did not campaign for that because the elections were right around the time COVID started its drama. And I was like, yeah, I don't have time for this right now. I'd love to help, but I got to focus. So, I've always wanted to help.
So what role do you play on the College Council?
Well, right now, I pretty much just listen because I am new. I did reach out to a few people over the past week and a half to find out what exactly my limitations are, because I do not want to overstep. I do not want to be that girl that's like, oh my God, here she comes, So I did reach out to, I do not want to mess the name up. I think it's Muraz. Okay, let me not mess it up. I'm going to say the secretary of the College Council. I reached out to her to find out exactly what the bylaws state I can and cannot do, because I don't want to just, I think Dean Roll was there when I basically had an outburst in the meeting. I was like, well, I've been trying to get the department to answer my email. Like, I had an outburst like, no, it's not just me. Students
Right.
are having issues with getting in contact with faculty. And I'm not sure if that was the right way to do it. I just felt like very frustrated. So because I did not want a repeat of that, I wanted to know what the procedure was. And I have found out that I need to present it so that it can be added to the agenda. So
Okay.
I will be doing that in the future. So
And I would say also another thing, if you haven't looked at it yet, is Robert Rules of Order. Yeah, Robert Rules of Order is a popular guide on how to run meetings, and that will give you a sense of protocol in a general sense for meetings, and when to speak up, when not to speak up,
right.
how to get things on an agenda. So you can look at something like that, and there are Robert Rules of Order cheat sheets, because they have a book that they put out every year, every few years or so.
I like that. I like the cheat sheet.
Yeah, so
I like that.
So it's something that you can look up and use. But it's never wrong to speak up at a meeting.
Yeah. I just didn't want to overstep, because they say student Clarke. It's right. Like, all right,
it's okay, it's okay, right.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna keep doing it, but
people want you to be quiet, so you don't have to be quiet.
Exactly, I'm gonna keep doing it. I just want to make sure that I am doing it in the correct way. So
right.
Why do I
so do you
that?
have, now that you're on the college council, do you have items, or I'm sure you do have items, but what are your goals to get out of the student, being a student on the college council? What are some things you want the college council to address on behalf of the student body, especially now that we are virtual?
Oh yeah, because there's a lot of, Medgar, I love her, but we are having, I don't know how many times students need to say this, but we are having difficulties. And we're constantly told, please be patient, please understand, no one, predicted this, blah, blah, blah. Right. And I think I can speak for the large group of students I do know. We have been very patient. We've been very understanding. I mean, you really don't have a choice but to be that. Right. But I feel like there is some kind of disconnect with the professors, where we are being patient, but they are not. They are not all. I personally have great professors this semester, but I do have friends who are like, oh my God, I emailed the professor 2 weeks ago. I didn't, I haven't received a response, blah, blah, blah.
Well, you will be happy to know that there is going to be some professional development that's happening within the next few weeks that will discuss some of those things, because like you, faculty, staff, and all and the essential employees are going through the same exact things that our students are going through. So it's important, though, for you to keep advocating so that it stays in the forefront, and know that there are people like within the school, within the college, that said, you know what, we're going to do even more professional development. There's been professional development this week, and there's going to be professional development within another few weeks that helps faculty and some students, because we're going to have some student reps as well there, get across all the things that we all need to do and to continue to work on. So yes, Sherifa,
that's one thing.
You have to be patient.
I am trying. But right. We are. No, I can honestly speak for my again, for the, I have it's not just students in the business school. I have a lot of science majors friends, a lot of early childhood education friends, and it's all across the board. It's not just, you know what I mean? It's like, in honesty, and I'm not trying to brown nose, but I have got to tell you that the School of Business is, Professor Aline Evelyn, who has taken on an additional accounting class because we lost, the accounting professor.
Professor Tucker.
Right. This lady needs rose petals when she walks. Like, I'm not even she is amazing. I literally went from I don't know what this is to oh, I got this. You know what I mean? And
Okay.
she's very
Okay.
encouraging. I've got Professor Pierre, Hearns Pierre, or Pierre Hearns. I can't remember which way it goes. Who he's not the best at answering emails, but he is very fair. He is very he knows his subject and he explains it like deep. You cannot miss it. You can't miss it. If you miss
Right.
it, you're just not trying. So we do
So
have good
I'm
professors.
glad to hear that. So
It's not all horrible.
do you, have you set, I guess maybe I need to ask it a better way. Have you created some kind of strategy
Yes.
to address these issues with the college council? Because many times people may want better service or not, or even if it's not better, but just something different.
Mhm.
But when you don't let people know you need something different,
They can't fix it.
they
Right.
can't fix it.
Like closed mouth don't get fed. Right.
Right. So
I
how
did reach
have
out.
you or have you begun to say, please add this to the agenda?
Yes. So my first step, because again, I don't have the bylaws, I wasn't sure what steps to take. So my first step was reaching out to the provost office to say, hey, I want to talk about some stuff. And I was told, well, you have to follow the chain of command. If it's something to do, she didn't actually say that, but I did speak to Dean Roll. She said, speak to your dean. I think there was some kind of miscommunication. She might have thought I meant in the School of Business, but I meant in general. And so I spoke to Dean Roll, and Dean was like, well, if it's School of Business, I got this. Let me know. Right. If not, you're going to have to take it on a larger scale. So then I did reach out to, she said my next step would be student affairs or student government. So I did reach out to, her name is Diamond Duval, which is the junior vice president of the SGA. And we had a conversation. We did have she was very open to a long conversation. We did discuss how we would get some of these things addressed, because they were saying, the provost office said, first try there. And if nothing happens, go a step further. And so I will be happy to let you know that Miss Diamond told me that they are working on a few things. One would be in the future, in the soon coming future, they wanted to address the no credit that we had in spring for those who feel like we really don't know what we're doing. Professors aren't responding. We really don't know what we're doing. We're going to need a Hail Mary. You know what I mean? That's one issue. And she was telling me that they are in the works of planning a town hall meeting for faculty and student to basically air. Right. So we were, and that was last week. I reached out to her last week because I don't know why. It's not a complaint, but I'm always the person people tell like, oh my God, what do I do? Like, it's like, and I have no problem handling it. I have no problem hearing it.
Right.
But I don't know why. It's like, just tell Sherifa. She got it, which is because I usually do. But,
so that leads to
that's a good thing.
That leads to my next question. How are you planning to help students advocate for themselves? Because in order for you to advocate for students and to get things on an agenda, it's going to be very helpful for students to be aware of what you're doing. So how are you doing that, or how do you plan to do that?
All right. Once again, back to the bylaws. I'm not sure what I can do. I'm not sure if I can just say, okay, look, here's my number. I don't know if there's some kind of line to cross for that.
Well,
not sure if I need.
I don't know if you want everyone calling you.
See, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
But as an advocate, even if you're not on an organization, you can just ask people. This is grassroots organizing. Right. You can request just to ask people to get together and meet with you and have a conversation so that you know what to put on the college council agenda, because you want to make sure that what you're asking for is representative of the student body.
Right.
So
yeah,
just ask
right. I definitely will.
Yeah,
I definitely will.
So the next time we talk, I want to hear
I had a meeting.
about how you know that this is what students actually want to get on the college council. But
Agenda.
so overall,
Mm-hmm.
what do you want to achieve out of it? What do you want to get out of this experience?
So on a personal level, I want to make sure that my 4 years at Medgar is what I dreamed of. Like, this is my college experience, and I refuse to let anyone or COVID mess with it. You know what I mean?
Right.
I want to be able to look back at these 4 years and say, like, say I did it. I had fun doing it. I achieved what I wanted. Well, in terms of the grand scale of college council, I want to make sure that I helped everyone have the same thing, a great 4 years. It won't be problem free, but at least we'll try to find solutions and we'll have fun while doing. Like, college should be, besides the studying, it should be a great time. We shouldn't be, I shouldn't be on the phone with my fellow classmate for an hour because a professor did this or the school did that, or I've been requesting my credits for months and I can't get it. This shouldn't be, we should be, okay, when's the next, we can't go anywhere, but it should be, when's the next picnic to do this? When's the next study group? It shouldn't be problems. You know what I mean? And so I think my main goal for the college council is to make it as easy and painless for everyone. Because why else would we be coming here? No one. Why are we here?
Right.
Literally, why are we here?
Well, so we are here to do the best we can.
Right.
And that study group, you got to call your own study group.
Oh, you have no idea. Like, you have no idea.
Create your own study groups.
We've been.
Yeah, you have to create those things.
We do.
And focus on not so much what someone else did or didn't do. Focus on what you can do.
Oh, so Dean Roll can speak to that. Dean Roll, I was one. She can definitely speak to that. In spring, I had issues with macroeconomics, and I was like, listen, I need a tutor. I need a tutor because this is not. I'm doing everything I possibly can, but because the professor was unwell for a couple of weeks, it was like we were behind. Right. And I was like, I am literally at home reading. I went out to the library and I think I took all the macroeconomics books they had there. It was like 20 books. And I did my part. I formed a little study group. So it's not that we're not doing what we can. It's like, all right, we've done what we can. When are you going to meet us halfway? Like, meet us halfway, please. We're, no one's just chilling thinking, oh, it's going to come naturally. No, index cards are made, books are, Professor Evelyn says, write it down, write it down. Right. Like, this is the part you should write down. We write them down. We write it down. But then we do need practice. And, I don't want to segue, but like, even for example, the accounting class, she's amazing, of course. Cengage is not, and that's what we're using.
Okay. Well, did you let anyone know that Cengage might not be the best tool, or that students are having a challenge with it? Because that's not going to be the only people that your class won't be the only class using Cengage. And
it won't be the only class we're using it in. Apparently Cengage does biology and what was the other one? I think business and macroeconomics. So apparently it's here to stay. So I'm not sure.
It doesn't have to be. You're on college council. You can.
Here we go. I like that.
You speak with your fellow students, your representative. Right. So you have to find ways to communicate with them. And you can do that through student government, which you've already started.
Yes.
And then that's something that you can talk about or request from the secretary to be added to the agenda. The tools that we're using to work with students during virtual learning.
Right.
So you have options.
You're right. I'm glad I know that, because my biggest concern with Cengage is not just the platform. It's just like, you do a test I'm gonna plug another shameless plug of a great professor. Professor, like I'm gonna plug all of them. Professor and Dean Rowan. I've been calling this lady's name since, since the first day I met
You're
her.
making us blush. You're making us blush.
It's Professor Miriam McDonald. She is the a math professor. She does a remedial class. I mean, amazing lady. One of her teaching style was, you must go over your mistakes so you never make them again. Basically, right. You get it wrong, do it again, and do it again, do it again, yes, until you get it. With Cengage, you do a test, you send it in, it gets graded. You never see what you did wrong. So how am I fixing this? Because right. I can't see what I did wrong.
Okay. Well, that is something that you have to
bring to
bring to the student body, because it doesn't mean Cengage won't go away. It may mean that Cengage has another feature that the college should use.
Right.
So definitely. That's something that you can talk to your fellow classmates and like I said, students. You work with student government, and these are things that you can put together and explore with, what we can do better for the next semester or the next fall, because the same challenges that students are having are some of the same challenges that we're having as administrators and faculty and staff. You want to have a picnic. I want to have a party too.
We'll invite you.
But some of y'all don't show up. Now, if you don't show up to the party, yes, you can't say we didn't do anything.
Right. Yeah. So, I completely agree. I completely agree.
So I think it's great that you are in a position to advocate for students through College Council, and for students who don't know as much about College Council as say you do. What else do you think they should know about College Council based on our discussion? Because like I said, they are the administrative body for the college in terms of making decisions on how the college is run, governance as we like to use.
So I think students should, first of all, understand their power. This is something that has been drilled in my head since day one. It's like, you are, not to be crass, you are paying for a service. You would not go to a restaurant and get crappy food and still take it. And that has always been my thing. It's always been, it's like, if I go to a restaurant and I get something back, I'm sending it back, or I want my money back. It is what it is. I'm not trying to be mean. It is what it is. And I think that's the same way we should all look at anything you're paying for. You're paying for this. I know, a lot of us get financial aid, but let's not forget, if you fail, you got to pay it back. So it's your bill.
Financial aid is not free.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So it's not, it's not like, okay, I fail. All right, I'm gonna do it again, whatever. No. One, you're wasting money. Two, you're wasting your time. So with any service you get, you have to make sure it works for you. And that's it. Point blank, period. It is what it is. So because we have the power, which we really do, I'm not sure why others don't understand that. Students,
they need you. That's why you're there.
That is exactly why I'm there. Them. I've tried my best. I've been trying before even getting the position of College Council. I've been telling people, no, write that email, write that email. Like any student I have come across that has had a problem, I've said, you need to send an email. Don't call, write that email. Copy your advisor. Start that paper trail. Don't just, I'll deal with it when the semester is over, because 9 times out of 10, you won't. You end up leaving the school because you had a horrible experience, because you really didn't get proactive in cutting off the problem when it started. Again, Dean will tell you, I had an issue with a subject just a couple weeks ago, and I was like, I'm not doing this with you guys. I'm not doing this with you, Medgar. I'm not doing this today. I was like, you guys, I came into the semester like I'm gonna take names this semester, and 3 weeks in, bloop, you flipped it, And I'm like, yeah, we're not doing this. So I started my
Right.
email writing. And I think I
Right.
want all the students to understand that we do have power. We have the power. Without us, there is no Medgar. There is no
So can
Medgar.
so can students contact you so that
Yes.
you can advocate on their behalf?
Yes. I have no problem with that. I am definitely, I have no fear when it comes to that. Again, Dean will
So
always tell you that.
how would students find you and other representatives of for the student on campus, like student government? How would they find you?
Well, right now I am on GroupMe, the
Mm-hmm.
fabulous platform that you introduced me to. I think that's a great start until I have figured out. Again, I want to make sure I have not crossed any lines. So I do want to see that bylaw, see what I can give out. I am okay with giving out my cell phone number because if you guys start bothering me, I will not answer. But I will block. I'm joking. No, I will. I plan on getting a Google Voice number. And so once I find out what I can and cannot do, I don't know. I don't want to give out information I should not be giving out. I don't want to put myself on a platform I should not be on. I don't know what I'm allowed to do yet. So once I figure that out, I will have all my information up where you can reach me. And I'm a night owl. You can send that message whenever. I am studying just like you are, so I will be up just like you are.
Mm-hmm,
So
mm-hmm.
you can reach out to me. And again, my friends can tell you I fight for you.
Right.
Again, Dean can tell you, he can tell you that. I've
Right.
been emailing her for other people since the first day I met her.
Well,
So
you were announced as a member of the college council
mhm,
when you won the election.
mhm.
And similarly to student government representatives are listed on the college's website.
Oh,
So
so
you were probably listed with the college council as a member on the college's website.
I did
Uh,
not know that. Mhm. See
now,
why?
now you do. Now you do. There should be a page for governance that will list the names of people who are represented. And if not, maybe you can find a way to get yourself added by advocating for yourself.
Oh, see, I did. This is why I need the rule book. I did not know that. See, it
Well,
takes me back to the rule book.
these things won't be in a rule book.
It should be then. You see what
They,
I'm
they won't
saying?
they won't necessarily be in the rule book. Bylaws are not necessarily published,
Mhm.
but who represents us on campus and in the college, that's available.
So
You
you
know,
see,
the student representatives information is available.
mhm.
College representative information is available. CUNY-wide representatives are available on their respective directories or
Mhm.
websites. So that's information that should be there.
Okay. So
Okay, so look into it.
I definitely will. When I was running for SGA, we had a book, a little booklet, not a book, a booklet
Mm-hmm.
with pertinent information. And I feel like, not to knock it, but I feel like we should have gotten that. You know what I mean? It's like I can do. I have so many things I want to do, but I want to know what I can do.
You talk to the secretary of college council
I did.
and if it doesn't exist or if it needs to be revised, maybe that is something that you can work on with the college council to get done.
Definitely. So I am waiting. I am awaiting email from the CLO, Chief Legal Officer, Mr. Ardaway, because like I said, I was proactive. I am a proactive
Good, good,
individual.
good.
I just
Because like I
want to
said,
know.
what you're going through is what we're going through. And
Right.
somebody may be saying, we need to revise it. And they may need you to help revise it.
There we go. Yeah, I am proactive. I just do not want to step on anyone's toes. That's pretty much it. I don't want to be that girl. The girl, up here she comes again with something,
Well,
another problem again.
as women, we are always that girl for a lot of people and organizations. So don't worry about being that girl because one, you're not a girl, you're a grown woman.
Amen. Let's preach it.
Educated, experienced,
Right.
and following protocol. So and I get it. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
this is a little outside of college counsel, but you can speak with many women who will tell you that you can enter into a room in all of your professional uniform and attire, and when you start speaking, people will think that you're yelling at them, and you're not yelling at them, you're
Right.
just
That.
talking. And that
Right.
has nothing to do with who we are as women, but how the individuals are receiving that information.
Right.
And we have to navigate it to the best of our ability, but we don't choose not to speak.
Amen. I like that.
Don't choose not to speak
Right.
if it is protocol for you to speak, or if you need to say something,
Exactly.
because you don't want to walk away and wonder what happened, how come I didn't get something done,
Right.
or why, how come I don't have bylaws. So you're not offending anyone, you're
Right.
just you're following up. So feel free to follow up as you
Right.
see how it's needed.
Right.
And as others have said, yes, during COVID-19, we have to be patient.
Right.
As much as I want students to come out to the events that we set up for them, and we do get a lot of students to come out, I also understand that students are going through a lot.
Right.
It's a lot. So we're all going through something, and we'll hopefully even have someone talk about that with our student body before finals. And because we both, students, faculty, staff, administrators, have to work together through this entire process, because it's going to be a while.
And it's going to be the next
think
semester. Yeah.
I believe
Yep.
it will be a while, because we have to think about all the things we have to think about.
Right.
But I want to thank you. Is there any closing remarks that you may have?
I just want to say thank you guys for electing me. That's first of all. Thank you very much. You could have chosen anyone, but you chose me. And the other thing I want to say is we are, Medgar Evers is, it wasn't, I will be honest, it was not my first choice. I mean, I did get into 6, but I was leaning towards Kingsborough or City Tech.
We're glad you're here.
I thank you. I keep hearing that. Thank you. But I will say one thing. Since I walked through those doors, I have realized that it was the perfect place to be, because Medgar has so many resources that we are not even aware of. And I say we because I wasn't aware of them. And I know if I wasn't aware, and I say yes to everything. Like if I wasn't aware of it, I know a lot of you aren't. And I just want you guys to really, really, take the time to answer those emails that you see popping up. You never know. There's so many things at Medgar that can really help you. And I want to start with the career management services. Like they just finished a week-long, I can't remember what it's called, but it's like training. There we go. Professional development training. And, at first I was like, oh my God, I got to log on every day for something. But it turned out to be so incredibly informative. I just want you guys to know that there are so many resources there. This is a great school. Please, please, please use the dollars you're spending wisely. You're paying for this and it's there for you free. Please, please, please use it. Please use it. Because, pantry, babysitting. I believe they're still doing childcare service right now, right?
I believe so.
Career management. I've been offered internships, training. It's all there. Please, please, please utilize it. Please. And please, 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 if you have a problem, address it. Do not wait until the end of the semester. It's not going to get solved then either. So please just advocate for yourself. Let me know what the problem is and I will do my best for you too. That's it.
Well, thank you, Sherifa. We went a little over because your conversation was so exciting.
Sorry, I'm such a talker. I'm sorry.
I thank you for meeting with me at 10 a.m. in the morning. It's okay. You got me out of bed. And I want to thank you again, and I'm sure the students will thank you for your words of wisdom, and we will share this and clips of this interview with the student body so that they know that you are out here advocating for them and that they can reach out to you as well if they need some guidance. And I'll reshare the GroupMe link, so I'll let them know. Okay?
Thank you. Thank you.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you so much. I
You're
want to
welcome.
thank you also too, because I was trying to figure out how to, like, how do I get to, I really was thinking the same thing. I was like, when you said, oh, we should, I was like, okay, great. Look at that. Because I was trying to figure it out also, which is, you know, why I did the protocol thing. But thank you so much also.
You're
And
welcome.
Dean, always a pleasure, Dean Roll. Thank you so much. I will keep stalking you.
You're not stalking us. We love our students. We love our students.
Oh, wait, one final word. Like, again, I've said this before. I've said this in other meetings. The School of Business. If you are in the School of Business, you are extremely lucky. I have yet to find, and I know a lot of people in other schools, School of Science, for example, you guys advocate for us like on 1,000, and I'm not just saying that. I've had you do it for me, so I know for a fact. You guys, you know, I email you, call you, stalk you for issues, and you guys really do show up. So I do appreciate that, and I'm sure other students, if they would just email you, we'll figure that out too. It's really great. I really am appreciative of, you know, ASAP and the School of Business.
Well, you're very
again,
welcome.
Thank you.
We're happy to help.
Thank you. Thank you.
And as the dean likes to say, I like to say hashtag we care about you.
Yes.
As Dean Rose saying.
Yeah, I know. I know. I know. But thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. And you enjoy the rest of your Sunday.
I'm studying, so thank you.
That's okay. That's okay. Work is good. Work is good.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sherifa. You have a great day.
You too, Raquel. Bye, Dean.
All right.